teams in the sport, and both hoping to enhance their postseason resume. It's the Indiana Hoosiers and the Auburn Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sidelines, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Checking in before the game with the Hoosiers head coach. This is a moment of do or die for this team. The national champions have really struggled here lately. They cannot afford another loss. They can still be in the college football race with the 3 losses, but today is crucial. Coach is talking to his team like this is a playoff game for us. We have to win or we will be done. He wants that sense of urgency right from the kick. I'll keep you posted on how it feels down here on the field. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Hoosiers will kick off first, and here we go. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Might be calling a hot route. Brown wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Kane. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Defense just didn't have an answer there on the slant throw. Once the completion was made, they just couldn't get to the ball carrier and get him down on the ground.
After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Looking downfield on first down. Lofts one high and deep. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And how about he dropped back to pass twice on this drive so far? He's thrown 2 completions and chewed up over half the field. This offense, this QB, dialed in, understanding what he's seeing, and he is putting his foot down and being aggressive, taking shots down the field, and now this offense in great scoring position.
From the red zone, it's Cobb. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He is going nowhere, and this defense is manhandling this running game on the last couple of snaps.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He might want another play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Finds his big tight end. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. Let me tell you, that opening script was a masterpiece. Send that baby to Hollywood, and it's a blockbuster.
I think so, and A-listers all over the field for this offense. You saw some of the playmakers they've got and the speed. Great job going out and executing on that opening drive.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking to pass. It's Hoover. That's caught. It's Richard. Made a defender miss. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Finds the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Leaves it with the running back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Here comes the heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So here comes the Auburn offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Running inside. It's Cobb. Into the pile. Maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. The Tigers, dating to the days of Shoot Jordan and Pat Dye, love to keep the ball on the ground.
And the stadium goes nuts, and the eagle flies, and everybody's happy. Run the football, win football games. It's good times on the plains.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Under fire. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
Pressure coming. Oh, he didn't get past a marker before starting his slide, and now it's 4th down.
Well, the sack on the last play obviously put them behind the chains. He's doing everything he can on this scramble to try and go and get the first down, but got to give the defense tons of credit. Not only do you get the sack the previous play, but you're able to chase down a pretty athletic guy and now set up 4th.
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Back to pass, it's Hoover. Bringing the heat. Got his man. Turning it on. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Second down, he'll throw it. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the right. Got his man. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tigers.
This is a running back who is versatile, and his catching ability really helps this offense out vertically down the field. And you saw it on that play on the wheel route. That wasn't just a screen or a swing. They got him faking going to the flat, turning up the sideline for a touchdown.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter.
Number 45, set to advance on the football.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. First play of the period, first down here. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Unloads to the right. And his throw is incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Makes the catch. It's shot. There he goes. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Gets away. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
Really nowhere for the quarterback to go that time. I like the idea of letting him try to run with it, but no opportunity to get up the field, so he just kept trying to use the speed going sideways. Defense took everything away, and a good decision by him to save a hit and just get out of bounds.
He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
And this offense is kind of showing you a little bit of everything, but putting big plays together, really getting their momentum going. This ground attack now, you watch, they've got a little bit of everything, man. The balance, the structure, the play calling. Right now, they're in a really good rhythm.
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Stepping to the right. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And the QB leaves the pocket and he scrambles out and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football with the relentless chase. I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana! Middle of the end zone, he's got it!
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
And he makes the extra point. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. The run inside. It's Cobb. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front 7, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Brown will throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Cobb. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. He showed off the stiff arm, but apparently he needed a couple more. A lot of defenders around to stop him.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on 3rd down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a 3rd down like that, that is just a gut punch.
And the Tigers look to keep this drive humming. On the run, it's Cobb. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And a lot of times the defense is focused on the middle, right? Bring more big bodies into the red zone. Don't let them run the football. Offense tries to do the opposite. Get outside. Get their speedster to the football. Had a little bit of success, but nice job by this defense.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting Hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
And sometimes these QBs, man, you just want them to hang in the pocket maybe just a little bit longer. It's third down. I got a little bit I got to get, and I think he pulls the football down, tries to make a play with his feet, but the defense does their job and forces the fourth down.
On the snap, it's Cobb. And he's in, pounding his way in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Wants to throw. It's Hoover. Going deep. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Rush is on him. And the ball's free in the backfield. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got his man downfield. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
And the Hoosiers with the 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Buys a little time with his feet. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. The Hoosiers take their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Hoosiers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the air, it's Hoover. Pocket breaking down. Makes the catch. Inside the 50. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
And he finds this guy again on the outside. I tell you what, man, that's the matchup down here, this part of the field. You find your guy that you trust and you get him the football. He does the rest. I tell you what, I thought he was going to score for a second and get in, but now set up with this offense, 1st and goal in a great situation.
And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer.
Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line.
Now timeout taken by Indiana. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Now on second and goal.
Touchdown, Hoosiers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half. That is a time window that oftentimes determines games, and you're seeing it potentially happen here. It was critical the offense was able to go down, drive the field, and score a touchdown here late in the first half, knowing they get the ball back first in the second half. And if they go out right away in the second half and good things happen, this game takes on a completely different feel.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Motion from the back. On the direct snap, it's Washington. Makes the grab, it's Brown. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. Auburn calls it second of 3 timeouts. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Brown wants to pass. He slings it deep to the left. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
And that is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. And leading things off, we take a look at Miami, taking on the number 4 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And it's the Hurricanes with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team.
Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have...
Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Maybe some room here. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana.
And you got to love the mindset that this squad just came out with in the second half. Clearly could not run the football the way they wanted to in the first half. Second half came out with energy, with passion, got the running game going, and then no surprise, they go down the field, they double up their rushing yards, Palmer, and they punch it in the end zone.
You give the guys up front a ton of credit, too, because they were missing some assignments, getting pushed around a little bit here in the first half, which is why they weren't able to have success running the football. And They had a little bit of a come to Jesus, it seems, at halftime. They've come out now playing a little bit angry and finally able to get some movement up front. That made all the difference here on this drive with their ability to run.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the third. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Brown will throw it. Quickly to the... Oh, it's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
And late in the football games, coaches are like, don't make the mistake. In this offense, they just did it. Tie football game, they put the ball on the deck, the defense recovers. Now they're going to have to depend on their defense to come out, get a stop, and keep them in this football game.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Buying some time. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. And he's not going to get the first down. Good stop there.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
And the Hoosiers will go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quickly out to the tight end. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A fourth down conversion will do that.
Yeah, they were jacked up in here, excited. The fans get loud, rush the passer, and how about the conversion? The big fourth down conversion here in the third quarter to give yourself...
Snags it, and there's running room. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Motion from the wideout. Grabbed behind the line. It's Preston. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Well, he tried everything he could that time just to not take a negative play. He didn't get sacked. It was a great job avoiding that. He's just able to get what he can get on the scramble play here, down close in the red zone.
He got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They're going to run it. Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Hoosiers! An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Release to the back. Makes the catch. It's Cobb. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Quarterback making checks. Brown wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Going the other way, and he's got room. At the 20. He takes it in. Touchdown, Indiana!
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. Still on his feet at the 40. Turns it on down the left side. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it. His big game continues. 3 touchdowns in this one, and now 15 for the year. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting it.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Back to pass, it's Hoover. Looking left. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Becker. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside.
Breaks into the open. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
Really nice run there. You've seen him do this a time and time again in this game so far. You've got the lead. We're way late in the third quarter now. Not going to surprise me if they just keep leaning on this guy a little bit. Keep force-feeding him the football because he's looking really good.
Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
Man, I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Here's the pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. And as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on fourth down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on fourth down.
Brown will throw it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Gonna run it. It's Cobb. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Third down coming up.
This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short. Teams want to make their move in the rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. The offense changing the play. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He's going to run it. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
I'll tell you what, coaches want you to do your best work late in the ball game. He did his best work. Great job taking off. Biggest run of the day after grinding this game out, makes it explosive, now trying to put this game in a good situation.
Running inside, it's Washington.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Here's a heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
One possession game. You have got to be able to give your quarterback an opportunity to survey the field. He didn't have it that time. Got hit. It affected the accuracy, and it falls incomplete.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Still 3rd down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Hoosiers. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from racing to the right. Inside the 40. He's inside the 40. Big play on that one as he works his way all the way to the 28-yard line.
Man, the tight ends are one of the most versatile guys in the field, and you see it right here. The play action, they're used to blocking, right? Now they slip right by the linebackers, slip to the second level, come open, the quarterback finds them in great rhythm.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Gets the back moving. Direct snap. It's Washington. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. That's still a successful play.
Brown wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Johnson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Goes to the option. Quick toss. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read. And it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's got it, and he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. Auburn lines up quickly. He wants to throw it. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And here's a fumble way behind the line. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the first down marker.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
They'll run it with Bryson Washington. And he's in! Touchdown, Tiger!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. An 84-yard drive there, and they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. offense all set and ready to crank things up. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here.
Yeah, and a nice job by this defense. This is a critical moment, right? We got to get the football back. They're backed up, thank goodness. Force a punt here, get the football back so we can make some magic here in this fourth quarter.
And they can't make the connection.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big third down. Through the air, it's Hoover. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
The give, and tick, 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 tick.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run. When they're going between the tackles, this defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Right back to it. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. A mere 4 seconds after the clock stopped for the 2-minute timeout, the defense gets it stopped again, trying to get the ball back.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. That'll be a first down, and the last one they'll need as they're going to get the victory in this one.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy late in games that you know you can trust. Game on the line. Just need to get 1 first down. And Palmer, they could run it. They could play it safe. But they give it to their dude, and he delivers.
And that's a play that they can run in their sleep, too. Something they practice all week long. They carry it in their playbook each and every week. It's a good play call because you're dialing up something that all 11 guys know in the back of their hand. They go out and get the execution needed to win this game.
The offense coughs it up. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? He'll try to take it back. The 40. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense putting points on the board.
Man, what an awesome game. This is exactly, guys, when we were talking to coaches, they knew it would come down to the last minute. It would be competitive. And how about that? The offense coming through, tying this football game, well, an extra point away from tying this football game up. And now, 2-minute drill on the other side. Who can execute? Who can make a big play down this stretch? Maybe go down the field, get a field goal. We got a good finish coming.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. Quickly complete. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
To the air on first down. Unloads it left. Got him downfield. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. The right play here is try to win it in regulation. Don't be too conservative. A design run for the quarterback. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
In a situation like this, it's all about confidence on offense, and having success early in the drive is paramount. And that's what you've seen. They've done a really good job here putting a few plays together. They've got some momentum. They've got to keep this thing up if they're going to go score.
Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
And this offense has got to get somewhere. Man, that's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Indiana! And they've moved out front here in the 4th. The Hoosiers right back at him.
Well, it's a great job executing by the offense to get that touchdown. I think you kick the extra point right now, make it a 7-point game with only seconds to go.
And he tacks on the extra point. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Might be changing the route. Brown will throw it. Fires to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
So here they come. One last chance, and they've got to have a touchdown. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Bringing it back. He's at the 20. And a tremendous way for this defense to finish. The interception as the clock reaches 0.
And how about the defense coming up with a big play late in this football game? Offense trying to put something together. But, man, they anticipated pass. They played with great vision in the back end, broke on the football, Palmer, and they called game.
Yeah, they had the lead. They knew the offense was probably going to have to be throwing the football to try to get back in this thing, and everybody's eyes on the QB. What a great job jumping in front of the pass. Forget knocking it down. Catch the ball, pick it off, end the game.